Hey guys, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I was so excited when Shannon, who is Art Junkie here on YouTube, asked me if I wanted to be part of a Halloween themed YouTube hop. And of course I said yes right away. There are 9 of us and each one of us will be posting a video today, October 17th, 2015. And in our video, somewhere along the line, we're going to be revealing a secret letter. You'll then combine all the letters and it will form a secret word. And with that word, you are going to be eligible for fun prizes. So I thought, what could I contribute to be part of this YouTube hop that would be fun and hopefully of interest to you guys? So I decided I was going to do a little series of cute Halloween digis. And this is my first sketch. I tried a whole bunch of different characters. I wanted them to be cutesy, not scary. So you can see their heads are very big as compared to their bodies. That always makes characters look cuter. I auditioned a whole bunch of different characters. As you can see, I have 6 Halloween digis for you guys. I hope you like them. There's a Grim Reaper, a witch, Frankenstein, a ghost, a mummy, and a bride of Frankenstein. This is the batch that I colored up. So if you're interested in downloading these free Halloween digis, please go check out my blog. I'm going to put a link to that at the very bottom of the list of all of the YouTube hopping stops. And you can download these digis for free. And now I'll attach a process video showing you guys a pocket letter that I'll be making with these digis. Most of the papers that I used on this pocket letter are from a collection called Nightfall by American Crafts. And I just decided to try to keep them relatively simple but bright. So I'm using some purple washi tape. One's a solid and one's a stripe. And then I decided I needed it to be grounded a little more, so I added a black and gray film strip washi that's a little bit thinner. And because I have only 6 digis and I have 8 pockets that I wanted to fill with characters, I used a Recollections dimensional sticker pack, and I took the Mad Scientist, stuck him down, and then I'm using just some scrap orange cardstock and a little bit of glue, and I'm making a shelf above the Mad Scientist. So you can imagine he's in his laboratory, and I wanted to put the little sticker bottles that were in that sticker pack as well. Now I think I just showed this once, but I ink the edges with black soot distress ink on all of my cards. I just like how finished everything looks when you do that. Now I'm making a similar card, kind of the parallel card to the Mad Scientist, with the little boy dressed up as a jack-o'-lantern. And here is the cute little sticker jack-o'-lantern boy. Now the card's looking a little plain to me, so I decide to add some of the other stickers from the sticker pack. I add the moon and some of the bright circle kind of enamel dot looking stickers. And then later on I also add some bat punch outs that I did with my Martha Stewart punch all over the page bats punch. And I use those bats also in the shaker part of the pocket letter. Now for Frankenstein and his bride, I colored their faces green. And by the way, all the Copic colors that I used are going to be listed on my blog post. So I wanted the grounding where they would stand also to have green in it. So I just cut out some little green strips from a scrap, inked the edges, and placed that down. And I think it starts to look a little plain, so I actually add a couple of different washes over top, just kind of layering more under the characters, but I don't know that I captured that on video, sorry. And then I thought what would be fun was to give Frankenstein and Mrs. Frankenstein little pets. So I had these super cute Recollections spider gem stickers, and I decided they would be like little pets for these characters. I put them on leashes like you would have for a dog. And then because I thought the Bride of Frankenstein should have some bling in her hair, I used some little orange gems and glued those on into her hair. Now for the Grim Reaper, because his coloring is basically just in cool grays, I thought he would look good on a rich kind of purple damask kind of background paper. And I honestly don't know where I got this paper. It's been in my stash. And then I thought it was almost too dark, so I added the gold glitter washi at the top and the bottom, and then I'm layering on the little border punch of skull and crossbones. That's also a Martha Stewart punch, and I inked the edges of those skulls and crossbones. Adds a little shimmer, shine, some brightness, and the purple contrast to the gray character there. By the way, for the sickle, I actually used Clear Star, a Sakura Jelly Roll pen. Now for the little boy or girl that's dressed up like a ghost, I had in my mind kind of Casper, the friendly ghost, and I thought it would be fun to try and make a card that had the character in like a haunted mansion, and the background paper is like a wall of picture frames, and then I got to adding the washi. That's a beautiful Halloween purple damask washi at the bottom, and a orange raven and chandelier washi for the top. And then I used a Martha Stewart Halloween Gate, Iron Gate, I think, punch. I decided to add some color here, and so I used a light green cardstock and then inked the edges of that punch. And then I thought, now it looks like it's outside, not inside. So I decided to add the little witch girl instead to that card. And I really like how that turned out. Now for the second attempt at the inside of a haunted mansion for that little ghost character, I decided I was going to try to create a scene like from Casper the Friendly Ghost. You know how there are other ghosts all around Casper, and then there's Casper, the more defined character. And so I fussy cut out these little ghosts from the paper collection, and then I decided I was just gonna keep this card simple and just layer some washi and then pop up this little ghost character up on foam adhesive. I didn't want to make this too thick, however, so I'm using Stampin' Up! Dimensionals that are a little bit thinner than like the 3M foam adhesive. And then I decide it doesn't have enough color again, so I'm using the rest of those little tiny circles from that sticker pack, and then I think this card is done. Again, for the mummy, I wanted to have a colorful background, so I used the same paper that I did for the Grim Reaper. And then, just to add some interest, I used a Martha Stewart spiderweb border punch for one side, and I narrowed the card a little bit. That way, behind the spiderweb, it's actually clear. You can see through it. I'm using more of the washi tape, and I also thought I'd add some gold glittery tape here, just to add some extra sparkle. And I just glued on that little mummy, and that one I'm calling done. Then for the whole pocket letter, I decided to add that beautiful damask and spiderweb washi. It's a little bit wider than where the whole little section is for the pocket letter, so I needed to cut off that excess. And then, to be exact, I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut out the holes so that it can be placed in a binder. Now for that center pocket, I love making that center pocket into a shaker, and I'm filling it with floral, actually, sequins that I had in green, purple, orange. And I'm adding some little punch outs of bats that I punched out with my Martha Stewart punch all over the page bat punch. For the top, I'm using my fuse tool to just close up that top of that pocket. Next, I'm putting a card in each of the pockets, keeping in mind that I wanted to spread out the color, the brighter oranges and greens throughout the pocket letter. Then to add some softness, I decided to tie some black sheer and silver leaf ribbon. It was on a present that I had recently gotten, and I thought I would recycle it. And I'm just cutting little fishtails at the ends. I tie a little knot, double knot, at each of the holes, and then I actually thought it looked a little bit skimpy, so I tied another ribbon around the top and the bottom holes and kept the center one more simple because later on I'm planning on adding a little tag with my crafty information on the back of it. As a last finishing touch, I made some bat thickers, DIY. I glued together 4 layers of these bat punch-outs, and then I am using zip dry glue to adhere that to the front of the shaker pocket. And over top, I'm putting glossy accents for shine. I had so much fun designing and drawing these digis. I hope you guys like them. If you enjoyed this process video or like the digis, please give this video a thumbs up. Now don't forget to keep hopping along and collecting your secret letters. Mine is W. And when you figured out the secret word, please email Shannon. I'm going to put her email address in the description box below. Do not leave it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.